Hello guys, welcome to my channel. This is Ehsan, and in today's video we're going to take a look at another IELTS reading example from this book, Cambridge IELTS 15, the academic ones. Test 3, reading passage 3. The type of question is sentence completion in this test. And as you all know, test 3 of the IELTS Cambridge books are the toughest one to answer. It is a good idea for you to have a pencil and take notes while watching this video, and turn off any distractors such as your cell phone to have your full concentration. I'm going to give you some tips and strategies to deal with this kind of a problem. But before we get started, it is a good idea to have a smile on your face. And if you're new here, please give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and also the notification bell, so whenever I upload a new video, you'll be aware of it. Let's jump into it. Before we get started answering this question, I'm going to give you some techniques to answer sentence completion. First, questions and answers are in the same order. This is really important in IELTS exam. Know the type of questions and know it before you start answering these questions. Find the clue words in the questions. They always have a clue word. With these clue words, you can then go through the passage and find the clue words, and after that match one sentence in the passage with the questions. This is really important. Just one sentence match with the question. And of course, the first question will take more time to answer, so don't panic. This is really pretty straightforward and normal to take more time to answering first question. And be careful with the following words: but, despite, otherwise, however. These are showing contrast in the passage, and most of the times you can find the answer after these words. So when you read them more carefully than the rest of the passage, and you will see this in sentence completion and also in the other type of the IELTS exam. So as always, I split the page into two halves. On the left hand side you can see the passage, and on the right hand side you can see questions relating this passage. Why fairy tales are really scary tales? Some people think that fairy tales are just stories to amuse children, but their universal and enduring appeal may be due to more serious reasons. So this is our passage is about fairy tales. Questions 27 till 31. Complete each sentence with the correct ending, A to F, below. So, first question. In fairy tales, details of the plot. So all the passage is about fairy tales. Maybe plot is a good idea to find it. And the next question, Tehrani rejects the idea that the useful lessons for life in fairy tales. Various theories about social significance of fairy tales. Insights into the development of fairy tales. All the fairy tales analyzed by Tehrani. All the fairy tales analyzed by Tehrani. So these are the questions. These are you have to complete these questions with this one, but first you have to find and locate where the answer is in the passage. Plot. For plot, this could be a difficult to find plot because sometimes they paraphrase it, but 28 is pretty straightforward and easy to find. Tehrani. When I find Tehrani, I probably find the answer for the first question in the previous paragraph or in the previous sentence. Okay, as I said to you, the questions and answers are in the same order, so this one is really easiest one. Just move your eyes and look for the Tehrani. Tehrani is a name, start with capital letter. It's completely obvious to find it. You see, this is important for clue word. It had to be so much easy to find. This is it. This is Tehrani. So Tehrani is our clue word. And now, when I find it, now I'm concentrating on the answering this question. Tehrani rejects the idea that the useful lessons for life in fairy tales. So, maybe before that, here he says something. It might be what we want, what we find interesting about this story is that that's got this survival relevant information in it. Says Tehrani blah blah blah. But important vocabulary, I told you, but his research suggests otherwise. His research suggests otherwise. What is it means he rejects this idea. Rejects. Tehrani rejects the idea. Rejects what? Rejects what we want. This is already that it's got their survival relevant information in it. Find survival. The idea that the useful lessons for life in fairy tales may be provided through methods used in biological. Again, find the clue words are the reason for their survival. That's it, survival. B, option B, survival. It's about their survival. So you write in front of this in your answer sheet just B, and you cross out this B so you don't read it again. This is how we deal with these problems. Now I had to move back for the first question in fairy tales. Details of the plot. So this could be here because we located in there for the question 28. So the answer for question 27 would be in paragraph 1. People of every culture tell each other fairy tales, but the same story. The same story. So a story is a paraphrase for plot. Often takes a variety of forms in different parts of the world. Often takes a variety of forms in different parts of the world. So, biological, no, this one is crossed out. Show considerable global variation. This is exactly the same paraphrase. Show considerable global variation. A variety of forms in different parts of the world. In different parts of the world means global, and variation. Here it says a variety of forms. So this is completely the same. The answer is C for this question. And again, we're going to cross out this one as well, so we did not read it again. And as you can see, as we move forward, the answer would be much easier to find because we eliminate 2 options for the rest. Now moving forward, question 29. Various theories about the social significance of fairy tales. So here it says that we have this huge gap in our knowledge about the history and prehistory of storytelling, despite, be careful, despite the fact that we know this genre is an incredibly ancient one. Nothing about social significance on stories. He says that hasn't stopped anthropologists, folklorists, and other academics devising theories to explain the importance of fairy tales in human society. Human society, this is it. Human society means social. And here it says theories. So this is the sentence matching with this one. Various theories about the social significance of fairy tales. What are the information about this? Maybe go through the rest of the answers. Contain animals were originally spoken rather than written, have been developed without factual basis. Without factual basis. here the previous sentence said that we have this huge gap in our knowledge. We have this huge gap in our knowledge without factual basis. You see how they paraphrase it, how they use paraphrasing in this kind of questions. So for 29 you had to write F in front of it for the answer, and again you cross out this one as well. So the next question, insights into the development of fairy tales. Insight means some kind of a discovery, founding something. Development could be paraphrased with evolve. As you all know, I provided a playlist of keyword tables in IELTS exam. If you review them, you can find most of the paraphrasing, and sometimes they're just repeated afterwards. Okay, so go through them and review them. Okay, now Tehrani has found a way. You see, found a way, insights into. These are exact the same. To test these ideas, borrowing a technique from evolutionary biologists. So it's all about biologists, and we already read something. Yes, maybe provided through methods used in biological research. You see, this is pretty easy to find it when you know the paraphrase. All the fairy tales analyzed by Tehrani. So what is it about them? And again, this one crossed out. We have left with these two. Animals spoken rather than written. You see, all the fairy tales analyzed by Tehrani to work out the evolutionary history, development among groups of organisms, bodies compared. So Tehrani has used the same approach to compare related versions of fairy tales to discover how they have evolved and which elements evolution evolve is about the previous question, explaining development evolve. So nothing there. Tehrani's analysis. You see, you have to find analysis for this one. Analysis focused on little in its many forms, which include another Western fairy tale known as checking for variants of these two tales and similar stories from Africa. So he ended up. So this is the result of his analysis with 58 stories recorded from oral traditions. Oral means it's rather spoken rather than written. So E is the right answer for the last one. Okay, I know that this is maybe a little bit difficult, but with using this technique and with a lot of repetition with these techniques and familiar yourself with this paraphrasing, you can easily answer them. Okay guys, this is the end of this video. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comment section. I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.